Tonight we're going to do a bolt action battle report. It's a scenario we've made up, and so I'll talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing. Basically, we're doing an Allied assault on a small village in Normandy. So the way the game's going to work is the Allies are going to come on here, and their goal is going to be to kill any Germans that are in the town and break through to the other side. The actual scenario I'll put up on my blog so you can have a read through it. There are restrictions on what people can have, but what we've decided is we quite like Band of Brothers, so we're going to do a sort of Carentan type mission with the US Airborne attacking the Germans that I painted this week. So we'll get back when we've come up with the forces, but that's a brief overview of what we're doing. Like I said, the Germans will be deploying here and trying to stop the US troops. We've got some special rules for the mission. They're again described in the scenario, which is linked below. The Germans have got a pre-ranged artillery, so how it's going to work is we're going to divide. We've got this section of the board, which is where the artillery is going to come in from. We take XY coordinates without measuring, so say we guess to about here, and then we say what turn it's going to arrive. So that should mean that if the German player is quite good with his range guesses and estimations of where the Americans are going to go, then there should be some nasty surprises. We've got a table, so it may backfire. Like I said, look at the scenario. I'll be playing the US forces today, and my friend's playing the Germans. So when we've got our armies, we'll talk through them and a bit about our battle plans. See you in a bit.
Hi, well, this is the German force for our little Carentan episode. First, we've got a veteran Panzer Grenadier team here with 2 light machine guns. In the bell tower here, we have our sniper team, who will hopefully do something this game. We have Pak 40 at the back here. We have our Oberleutnant here, which you can't really see because of the shadow of the building. Got another Panzer Grenadier team here, again veterans, again with 2 light machine guns. All the way over here, we've got a Panzer Grenadier team with submachine guns and 1 light machine gun. And to come on later, we've got 2 more Panzer Grenadier teams, both armed with assault rifles. We have Hauptmann, a medic, and what should be really fun, a Flammenwerfer. So, we'll see exactly how they do in preventing the Allied forces from crossing the bridge. Also to come is a barrage of artillery fire. Forgot to say, there's also an inexperienced Panther that's going to trundle down one of these roads into the town and lay down some fire on the Allies, who will be hopefully crossing this bridge and river here.
Okay, talking through my Americans. I can't show you deployment because, well, I'm marching on, I'm not deploying. I've got 3 identical paratrooper squads. They have NCO with Thompson, 1 other squad with a Thompson and a light machine gun, and they all have anti-tank grenades. Kitted out quite well because they'll recycle and hopefully they can deal with that Panther. I have a medium mortar with a spotter, sniper unit. Obviously these are veteran because, well, it's a paratrooper army. It seems stupid to not have paratroopers in it. I have Major Winters, who, well, he's 1st Lieutenant Winters at the time, but using the rules from the Europe at War book, he's quite nails. I have and he's got 1 little bodyguard with him. I have a standard lieutenant, I think he's a 5th lieutenant, medic, two bazooka teams because, well, I don't have a tank and my opponent has a Panther. So that's my meager force of paratroopers, who for once won't be surrounded. But hey ho, hopefully they're gonna weather the assault and make it across the board. We'll get back to you with first turn. Right, we're ready for the start of first turn, and as you can see, we have a slight problem because the Americans are trying to come on from there, and it's being guarded by a rather big cat. Wait, Bubbles! Off. Pause for the internet. No? Okay. Right, well, anyway, I'll go through the scenario because then we'll try to get the cat off the board. But obviously I'm going to be coming on from here. Half my opponent's forces are deployed on the board. My goal is to try and make it across here and kill all the people in the village. So we're going to just roll now for which ones of these actually get to start on ambush. Obviously my opponent's got an artillery strike coming down. In line with what the scenario said, we made this point here 0-0, so it goes up and up. So somewhere over here the 3 artillery strikes are going to come down. Yeah, it's looking quite scary for me. As in a certain episode of a certain TV program, we have a machine gun that's going to cause carnage when it comes across the bridge. Not as much carnage as the cat. This scenario, I get to recycle my men, so my goal is to try and throw them across quite quickly. We'll get back to you to see how many, and just give a quick overview of how many of the opponent's forces get to start now. Having rolled for ambush, the first one, obviously he picked the machine gun at -1 to its leadership, so it made it, it's on ambush. The next unit he wanted on ambush was his sniper in that tower, which made it, and wanted these here because they got shot when I come across the bridge. He made it. Nobody else was rolled for because they either haven't got line of sight yet or he wants to move up first. So we're gonna start pulling dice and playing first turn. Okay, coming in at the end of turn 1, mildly entertaining if not a very eventful turn. Due to their eagerness to defend the village, the first activations were basically the Germans, with nobody on the board to shoot at. So the people in ambush stayed in ambush. The pack 40 over in the far corner went into ambush because there was sort of else to do in it, a hidden deployment. These guys moved up outside the deployment zone to try and stop me crossing the river, and the lieutenant, guess what, stayed in ambush. Well, not in ambush, he went down to stay in hidden deployment. And the mortar took a shot at my guys when they turned up and found out they were out of range by about 2 inches. They took a shot at my medic, rolled a 6, got all excited, and then realised that when we kept the range it landed about here. My guys are now run on, so sniper, bazooka, spotter for my mortar, nice column of paratroopers, winters, bazooka, lieutenant and medic. So looking forward to turn 2, apart from the fact that all the reserve dice have gone in now, so the nasty horrible Panther could turn up. Anyway, if it does turn up, it's not going to turn up in white near me. With any luck, it'll turn up right at the start. Okay. Anyway, on to turn 2. Not looking forward to the artillery bombardment that's going to come in, but I got a sneaky feeling that it's going to be probably around here or maybe here at some point. Let's hope I'm not there when it arrives. Anyway, we're going to play turn 2. If anything interesting happens, we'll let you know. Okay, the end of turn 2. Turn 2? Yeah, turn 2. Actually an eventful turn. Where to begin? First unit advanced onto the bridge. The machine gunner hiding in the window opened fire on them and did absolutely diddly squat, luckily for me. Then my sniper took a shot, took out the machine gun. because it's a like snipers always do the extra damage thing, and it automatically takes up weapon teams. Then Panther came on. Trundle put a bucket of firepower into there, and it didn't hit at all. So we had Bazooka run up, took a shot, missed. Bazooka run up, took a shot, missed. My men advanced, exchanged fire back and forth between the Panzer Grenadiers over here and my men. Not much else happened. Reserves came on that flank. Panther, as I say, came on over here. Flamer came on over here. These guys stayed in ambush, waiting for me to come out of hard cover, along with the sniper. Took a shot, but was out of range. Mortar was trying to range in over here, but missed. And over here we had extra reinforcements coming on, man in the pillbox to defend as a second wave. So that was the end of turn 1, I think. Got my mortar, tried to get the machine gun and missed. Before my sniper shot him. Did absolutely nothing, but I think that's about it. So we'll be doing turn 2, where hopefully some of my guys can press further into the village and get out of the bottleneck that is here. Not looking forward to getting caught by all those bloody machine guns on the Panther, but never mind. Oh, I think we had extra reinforcements coming on somewhere around here as well. Yeah, I think we got a Panzer Shrek lurking behind that building. Oh, one entertaining note. The rolling to come on his Hauptmann managed to foobar and kicked one of his aides square in the nuts, it would seem. Because there's not much else he could do, and he rolled a friendly fire incident, so I guess his strudel was cold, so he kicked somebody. Hey ho! Anyway, on to turn 3. As you can see, Easy Company's got something else to deal with, because Beelzebubbles the Hobby Cat has decided to set up camp on their lines. Bubbles! Say hello to the internet. Oh well, I'll try to get her off before she eats my fingers. End of turn 3, another eventful turn. The Americans have advanced up the centre line, but the most exciting bit is with a British out of Currahee, the squad that was on the bridge charged in, ignoring their 3 pin markers, because A, they've got leadership 10, and B, they had Winter standing right by them, giving them a +4 leadership bonus, so they really couldn't give a crap. They charged in to the squad that was here, with spectacular results, managed to lose 5 of their own models to a loss of 5 of the enemy, and then in the second round of fighting killed the enemy completely. So I've wiped out the squad of Panzer Grenadiers that was here, and are now hunkering down in here. They had pinned into the Panther, but in an act of revenge, the bazooka team that was there blew up the Panther. And then the Flammenwerfer hiding over here removed the bazooka team. Hey ho, Panther for bazooka, it's a fair trade in my book. My Winters and my Lieutenant have put 2 pinning markers on the flamethrower team, but they haven't actually done any wounds. My artillery's trying to range in on these, still hasn't hit my artillery. My mortar's trying to range in over here, hasn't done anything. The sniper fired, did nothing at all. These have advanced up the middle. These have exchanged fire with a couple of Waffen units who are regrouping and reforming around here for a continued defence. There's still a nasty ambush waiting for me over there. The sniper's done absolutely nothing at all. No, the sniper killed one of my guys. Yeah, the sniper killed one of my guys. On the bridge. And that's pretty much it for the end of turn 3. Beelzebubbles, the hobby cat, is being distracted at the moment by a piece of Christmas decoration. So we are safe. Oh, thought I'd better add it that the medic here, Eugene, has so far got his points back by saving like 3 guys. So, you know, fair play to him. he was worth having. Plus, he's an extra order, and you can't have easy company without them. Okay, so this was the end of turn 4. We'll recap what happens, and then I'll let my opponent talk about an artillery strike, because apparently he's got one coming in. So we'll resolve that and tell you what happens. So, because he's got one coming in at the end, start of turn 5. So, at the start of the turn, he killed basically all my officers, who, following the scenario, get respawned, luckily, so they run back on at the end of the turn. I popped a few more shots at that, done absolutely nothing. It killed one of my officers because it's scary, because it doesn't care about the -3 to hit because it's a flamer. We've had a shoot back and forth here, did nothing. My guys weathered a shed ton of shots from them, did more or less nothing. These guys shot back and forth them and they did more or less nothing. We've knocked the battery off that at the same time. The cat is stopping anybody doing anything over there and watching my back. Those guys gone into cover. Mortar still trying to range in over here. Guess what? Did nothing. The sniper shot at that and did nothing. So it was a wonderful turn. Eugene once again saved somebody, so props to the medic, who's well worth having. See, my guys are 13 points each, and so far he's saved 4 of them, so, you know, that's quite decent. But, as you can see, Beelzebubbles is flanking the Germans now. Shh! Be very, 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 very quiet. She's hunting German. Anyway, we're going to resolve the artillery and let you know what happens. So, the artillery strike that was scheduled in this turn was scheduled to land here, which would have been quite brutal for my guys. But luckily my opponent fluffed it and rolled a 1. But then again, I fluffed it, and the 2d6 that I got to reposition it, I rolled like really, really crap. So the only place I could actually move and get any of my opponent's models are there, but it's going to hit my guys as well. But it may get that little spot of blighter, so hopefully we can pin him, but it's a long shot. But I should be able to pin some guys over here, so we'll carry on with the turn and get back to you at the end of this turn. Like, I hope I can pin them, because I don't want my guys to die. And I think Eugene's too far away, because he's hiding back over here. Oh well. Bubbles is still, like, keeping track of the rear echelons. Anyway, we'll resolve this and get back to the turn. Resolving the artillery. Had a 9-inch radius of effect, which luckily my unit was out, but unluckily for me, the Panzerschreck and the Oberleutnant were out. These guys took 3 pinning markers, I took 3 pinning markers, and the little pesky git hiding in there, the spotter for the mortar, took 2 pinning markers. But I'd like to have rolled a 6 and ended his interference with my plans once and for all, but I didn't, so on with the turn. It's the end of turn 5. Yeah, the end of turn 5. Start of turn 6, we've got another artillery strike coming down, so that'll be something. The reinforcements come on and they've all run up. The lieutenant popped a shot at that because it was annoying and didn't do anything. These guys have run up and put some shocking firepower into there, and not that much. These botched their order and went to ground. Well, I didn't botch, but they went to ground. These have moved up, put some shots in at him to try and get rid of him, because he keeps on bloody calling mortar strikes down to me, but there's not much. And basically they're running away from them because squad full of assault rifles and machine guns is just brutal. They almost managed to range it over there, but no, they've run away. Sniper's done sweet, nothing at all again this turn. The airstrike pinned me, pinned them. That's about it really, nobody did much, they rallied. We'll come back after we resolve the artillery. Okay, the artillery strike was coming down on this corner. Luckily for me, I hadn't quite made it up to that, and luckily for me, my opponent rolled 10. I managed to corner that squad and get 3 pinning markers on it. However, very lucky for me, it also caught these blighters who couldn't quite make it far enough away, and I rolled a 6, which killed 2 of them and did 4 pinning markers. after they went down. So that was quite a good result, I think. So we're on to turn 6.
That's right.
Yeah, and I'm guessing there's probably another artillery barrage coming next turn. So we'll do the turn and get back to you. Okay, so the end of turn 6. We've had a reasonable eventful turn. The Flammerwerf is finally dead because I assaulted it with all these men. It did put some pinning down on me, but it was rather unsuccessful. And only rolled like 1, so my guys could assault it. These guys have just been moving up and taking pot shots at these. Oh, the artillery strike, as we remember, hit them as well. So they're now on 6 pinning and not looking very healthy after everybody's just been taking pot shots at them because it's funny. These guys have been shooting at them, not doing anything. Winters has lost his friend to bloody those guys over there. Those guys, which we've decided are going to be led by spears because they're mental, have run through another unit in close combat and are good up for the objective. They're probably going to ignore the Panzerschreck because they don't care. There's still the reserves up here that are going to get them when they go out in the open, and the Pak 40 is probably going to snipe at them, but who cares? We've got the final artillery strike coming in this turn. I don't know where it's going to come from, so we'll just go through that now and then get on with turns, wrap up the artillery strike and then get on with turn 7. Okay, the last artillery strike came down here. Spears' unit took a pinning marker because they don't really care their names, and my opponent rolled a massive 11 inches for the blast, which has caused 3 pinning markers on his sniper, sneaking away in there like sneaky sniper. Devil, he's been a pain in my ass. Well, a pain in Winter's ass. He shot him 3 times. So anyhow, on with turn 7. Yeah, turn 7. Okay, the last artillery strike came down here. Spears' unit took a pinning marker because they don't really care their names, and my opponent rolled a massive 11 inches for the blast, which has caused 3 pinning markers on his sniper, sneaking away in there like sneaky sniper. Devil, he's been a pain in my ass. Well, a pain in Winter's ass. He shot him 3 times. So anyhow, on with turn 7. Yeah, turn 7. So here we are at the end of turn 7, and we've called it with an allied victory. 7 turns was their cut-off for breaking through and basically reducing the defenders in the village to, well, the Panzerschreck, because they've gone too far away to camp. They have to make sure that basically there's more allied units from this point to here than there are German units in here, and they have to get over here. So Spears has just done that, look, it's done that. These are well on the way to advancing up as well. What happened in this turn? Well, poor MG never got a shot off because I managed to circumnavigate it by moving around, because I killed the squads up there with Spears' wondrous assault like a mental fool right across the board. He did get an ambush shot from the Pak at him as he cleared the gap there, which spectacularly missed, and as you can see took a tree out over here. You have those guys who next turn will kill my mortar, but hey ho. Guys here died to climbing over the wall and just shooting them at point blank range. These guys are coming down. Eugene survived, Winters was there. These guys have just been shooting and doing not much. It's never ever got that pesky spotter in there, but never mind. I think if I'm going to play this through again, I'd actually try my best to attack a little bit faster, because it was a close run thing in the end to get there in the turn limit, because I got bogged down here. Going for cinematics, I advanced in column up to here, then got basically bogged down behind my men, blocking my men going past on the bridge. But then I managed to break out thanks to Spears going through. But how many did he kill? 2 units? Yeah.
2 units.
2 units. running all the way through, which won it for me. I think the Germans put up a good defence. I think if that unit there had been a little bit closer maybe, or one of these other units had held to force me to go down this route, I don't think I would have won.
Well, it was the assault that did it for you, because if spears hadn't broken through, then it would have been much more difficult for you to...
Yeah, spears was man of the match. I think you had a bit of bad luck with the artillery as well, because the artillery, there was one that moved across that killed some of his guys that helped over here. In the last turn, his sniper was out of action, so couldn't do anything to stop spears because he got pinned by his own artillery. These guys over here that died got mauled by their own artillery. So there was a bit of bad luck there. I mean, Spears has been hit by 2 artillery blasts and he's carried on going because he doesn't care.
Yeah.
So I think that's it. Good game.
Good game.
And we'll post the army lists and the scenario on the blog. The link's down below. Thanks for watching.